Welcome to our Vintage Garden video kit release. This is one fabulous collection. If you love floral, or you love a little bit of shabby chic, or you love vintage, crackle finishes, and all kinds of worn things, you're going to love this kit. This has such nice bold colors. You are going to really enjoy creating with this. And with Mother's Day upon us shortly, hey, that may have some options as well, just as another option to what you can create with this kit. So in our bundled collection, for those of you that may be new to this, we have all 5 coordinated products that come in one purchase. And by purchasing it this way, you do save 20% versus purchasing each individual item. And the 5 coordinated products are our FQB kit, our Vintage Garden 2 paper pack, our Vintage Garden Alpha, our Vintage Garden Solid paper pack, and our Vintage Garden Lil Bits, which is an additional elements pack. So none of the items in these 5 coordinated products are duplicates. They are all different, so you're not buying any duplicates or anything. Obviously, we don't want that. But this really gives you a lot of creative ability when you purchase the entire collection like this in the bundled. So let's get in and have a peek, and so you can see exactly what is in everything here. In our FQB, we have great little arrows. As you can see, these could work great as pointers. There is a little spot on it if you wanted to journal or put someone's initial. There's all kinds of things you can do in that. And here they are designed a few different ways, depending on the color palette you wanted to go with. Our background papers, as you can see, have great feel to them with the check. You're going to see some wonderful florals come up, and as well as some simple backgrounds. The simpler ones are great because you do need those in order to coordinate with something like this floral, which obviously is a little bit more intricate. You don't want things to clash, but look at the main backgrounds. You can just see how you can create with something as pretty as this. Again, separate colors so that you can create many different pages. They all flow well together, but they are different, obviously. A beautiful frond one with the leaves on it. The leaves background itself. Gorgeous colors, as you can see, with the teal, the blue, that fuchsia color. Just unbelievable. Here is a pastel if you wanted something a little lighter, and I did use that on my card making idea. I'll show you at the end. It blends in very, very well with the bold colors as well. Again, some really neat, unique patterns that you can use for all sorts of different uses. And stationery backs. How gorgeous is this? You're going to see this, so take a little snapshot with your mind. You're going to see this when I made my card, how easy this was in order to put a card together. This was super simple to use, and you have a finished thing in a matter of minutes. Again, just some different colors for you. Here is a great stationery back. If you're doing layouts or a card, you already have things layered on. Look at how Mary Fran has given you the shadowing in here so it looks like real paper. Even if you didn't, you could certainly create this in real paper if you wanted to print these out, which I know a lot of you do. And you can use this as a template for yourself if you'd like. But if not, if you're creating digitally, look at this. You put a photo in here and a little bit of a journaling, you're done. Page is done already. How simple is that? Again, some different options in the stationery backs to give you something that's simpler, something that is a little more intricate. And I don't know if you can tell because in the white portion below, but this is a crackle finish, like old worn crackled paint. There you can see it a little bit more here in the darker colors. Beautiful, beautiful vintage feel to it all. Some floral with some stripes in them. You have so many options in here. It's not even funny. These are still all the backgrounds that come in the one FQB. A toile pattern with that rose just in a line drawing, both in the dark colors as well as in the light behind them. Beautiful to use. Another option that you can have in order to create really elegant items. Bows in simple grosgrain ribbon. Some brads, beautiful, again, colors that coordinate with this kit. And here are some butterflies. The butterflies are really elegant and really sophisticated. That is what gives this kit such appeal, is you can go so many directions with it, as you can see from this. You have all kinds of different color range, which is really, really pleasing. They really, really go well together, and you'll see that when I show you the layout as well as the card making idea. Look at this. With almost the lace-like wings of the butterfly, Believe in yourself. How soft and gentle is that? Dragonflies, gorgeous, gorgeous elements in order to use in there. The flares with the beautiful ring around the edge really give it such charm and such, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost exquisiteness. And when you look at the font work that Mary Fran's done in here with flowers and stunning mixed variety, you can really see how this pulls together. Same thing with the other brads. So well done. They even look like the jelly dots are placed over top of them to give them that look. Just very easy elements to place into your cards, scrapbooking layouts, and mini albums. Floral clusters. Obviously, we want to give you the ability in order to create yourself. Place these in where you see fit on your pages and cards. And here it is within the flower pot. You can see how vintage looking that pot is. It almost look at it like it's been out and weathered and crackled and it's been around for generations. Frames, some simpler ones here in case that was the way you wanted to go with your theme and your vision. Journal mats, obviously very, very useful elements. Already lines on it so you don't have to worry about your printing and that it isn't, kind of flowing in within the theme. You've got lines to write on so it doesn't look all askew. Again, beautifully done. Different versions so you can, whatever feel. Use these too as an inspiration for how do you want your creation to feel. Am I going kind of this way into that vintagey, shabby chic kind of, sophistication? Do I want more of the blues? Do I want more of the fuchsias and the pinks? These work great in order to start you off. Awesome labels that you can just place right into your creations. Plug them in because they have the feel and the wording that you'd like. Mary Fran really does a great job creating for us so that we can easily just take the parts and pieces and build. Here is more elaborate frames with that crackle finish. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, how much money we pay in the stores to have this in real life, in a real frame? These are extremely expensive because they are so unique. But here you have them all in this kit. A couple of great postcards. Again, very well done. Very vintage feel with that worn look onto the flowers and stuff like that. Easy to create with. Ribbons, which are fabulous little items. If you don't use ribbons, if you haven't in the past, really make that your mission for this next creation. They add such great life to those small areas of the cards or layouts or mini albums. They are so easy to use and they give you that little punch of color that you were looking for and texture. Seed packages, you can't get more vintage looking than this. So well designed. Imagine if we got our real seeds in packages like this, and maybe you do. Maybe the people that you buy from do have gorgeous things like this. Easy to create with. Tickets, again, they give you great ideas and great elements which have such life and such feeling to them. And then that way you have a journal area if that's the way you wanted to use it. Or something like this, and I've used this one in my card making idea. They're so easy to place in and it completes your creation so easily and so quickly. Beautiful old vintage watering can. Look at even the ribbing on this old metal looking water can. Again, Mary Fran, I got to take my hat off because she really does such a great job with this so that we can all create so easily. Our little bits comprises of more clustered, more finished elements for you. So if you are looking not for parts and pieces, but you're looking for, I just want things that I can plug in really easily, the Lil Bits is a must-have for you. This cluster is actually, you would use it like you would a stamp. This is, in behind all this is all opaque. So you can place this on a simple background paper. You can add it to anything by simply placing it over it. And if you're printing, you place it over your background paper or whatever you're placing it on first, and then print it out as one, and it's already done for you, but there is nothing behind it. Great clusters. Again, the Lil Bits is a perfect place to start when you're starting your creation, to look for inspiration and say, oh, okay, I know I want to use this tag, which means here's the colors that are in it, here's the feel, oh, I want it to kind of go vertically up the side of my creation. It makes it so much easier to choose your background papers and other elements that you want to go with it. Thoughts of you. Look at this journal card. Can you see something coming together so easily just from this one single element? You can really have a great jumping off point with it. Same thing, love is a flower that blossoms in the heart. What a wonderful thing, whether you're creating an anniversary card, you're creating an engagement card, you're creating a Mother's Day card, or layouts in those same themes. you can see how these can easily go so well together. Believe in yourself with an empty spot below so that you could also journal on that as well. And here's another great way to use the frames. Here is that wonderful crackle finished frame that we saw in the FQB. But see how Mary Fran has put a journal card in behind it. So don't think of the frames only as something to use for photos. There's so many uses for them. You could even simply put a beautiful floral background paper in behind here, almost like you have framed art, and just like this one has been done. So there are so many options to use the frames with. They are great elements. Again, more square elements that you can easily create, easily make through. You have so many options in this collection, and here we've given you word tags with words already on them, as well as blank ones, because maybe we didn't hit the mark with the words you wanted to say. It didn't. I was creating for an anniversary or a engagement. Well, now you have tags in blank that you can actually put that on yourself and include in there that coordinate and color match so beautifully. Our Vintage Garden 2 additional paper pack. Here you'll see the same patterns. There's the check pattern again. Here's the embossed. There's the floral in the black as well as in the purple. So you see the same patterns, but you see them in different colors. Our 2 paper pack does not have any duplicates to what you get when you purchase the FQB. So I want you to be aware of that. These are all differently colored. So what its intention is to give you so many more creative options. Obviously, if you like this kit as much as we do, you're going to create multiple items with it. And in those multiple items, you want them all to flow together, but to be different. And that's kind of the point for it. In our solids, you get the solidly colored, perfectly matched backgrounds. If you want to include that as behind your photo, kind of like, how an old photo had that white band around the edge, maybe you want it in the gold. Maybe you want it in the green, whatever, in order to beautifully color coordinate with everything. These are the perfect papers to use. Pretty tough to have papers in your stash or things like that that will perfectly color match like these do. So that's why we include those. And lastly, our alpha. A very elegant font was used. Mary Fran did this up so well to go with the feel and theme of this kit. You'll see that we've given you numbers. There's some punctuation, and then an uppercase alpha. So that way, and here is also a blank tile in case you wanted to pen something in yourself. If you have gel pens, things like that, you can easily put something in yourself if you wanted to as well. Or utilize that tile several times, and you could write out your own word if you actually wanted to. So you have the match of the feel, the elegance, the sophistication that this kit lends itself to, all done up in an alpha so that you can punctuate names, dates, places, emotions, whatever it is. That's what the use of the alpha is for. And that is it, folks. That is the entire collection. That's what you get when you purchase. To give you some inspiration, here is Mary Fran's layout that gives you and shows you exactly how you can use this. Now, if you remember back in the FQB, this paper with the additional inside papers on them, that was a background paper already done for you. All 3 of those papers are on there for you. Then you just include whatever elements you want to include in order to build this beautiful layout. As far as a card goes, my card, whoops, not going in the right direction. There we go. So there's my card. As I mentioned earlier, there is that stationery back. There it is, all by itself. Now, I did place another butterfly over top of the butterfly that was there because I wanted just it to have a little bit of standout detail. As well, here is a band of the watercolor paper. If you're looking to use ribbons, again, there's a great spot. I wanted something a little wider because there was a lot of open space over here. So I ended up just placing in a piece of that paper in order to give me the look I was looking for. And then again, I will love you always. There's that tag. Already done for me. I simply just placed these things in here. I didn't do a lot of building myself. I only added in the butterfly, this tag, the strip of paper, and this little brad over here, this little jelly brad over here, in order to give it its allure and beauty. So folks, that is the collection. I hope you like it as much as we did. I hope that you'll now take a trip over to our store to have a closer look at Vintage Garden in a larger format, because I know that's a little bit small here in our video. You can look at each and every individual product, as well as stop by the bundle. And I hope that you'll see the beauty of this and get some creative inspiration. We'll purchase this for yourself. Thanks for tuning into our video. Feel free to click on our Nitwit Collections logo in the bottom right hand of this screen so that you can subscribe to our channel so that you'll be made aware of any new videos that come available. As well, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on this kit, maybe what you're going to create with it, what inspiration it gave you, or if you have any questions, please feel free to leave us a comment in there. We're happy to answer. Thanks again for watching, and happy creating.